Good evening to you, friends. Good to be back here with you. I'm Greg Merriweather along with Elizabeth Valve. So what is going on at Hunt Correctional Center? 3 inmates have suddenly died, almost one right after the other.
Our sources are saying a large shakedown took place again today to try to get to the bottom of what's causing these deaths. Our chief investigator, Chris Nakamoto, spoke to a corruption watchdog who says this raises some serious red flags. Good evening, Chris.
Well, good evening, Liz and Greg. The Louisiana Department of Corrections refused to do an interview today as the deaths remain under investigation. Autopsies are pending on what led to 3 different men to all die while in state custody. Nestled inside the city limits of St. Gabriel, there's a problem at Elayn Hunt Correctional Center, with multiple deaths currently under investigation by the State Department of Corrections that operates the facility.
Any time that there is an inmate death, particularly any inmate that dies in custody, they're going to do an autopsy. They need to determine what happened.
Rafael Goyeneche is a corruption watchdog at the Metropolitan Crime Commission. He says 3 deaths in a span of 3 weeks at the same state-run facility is not only alarming, but the state should be transparent about what's going on.
Once it's been identified there has been one questionable death, to quickly determine what was the cause of death, and if drugs were involved in that, then the corrections officials need to do what's called a shakedown and check to see if those deaths all occurred on one tier or one pod, to determine if you just have a certain segment of the population that have access to this, or if it is spread through the general population.
WAFB was first to report over the weekend about 2 inmates who died on back-to-back days last week. The first happened on Thursday when Kayvon Matthews was found dead. 24 hours later, another inmate, Michael Johnson, was found dead. Corrections says both deaths were unexpected and autopsies are being performed. 2 weeks before that, another unnamed inmate also died. Over the weekend, state investigators conducted special searches to counteract contraband. The state stopped short of saying these 3 deaths are all drug-related at this point, but insiders at the prison tell the I-Team the state believes they are. And additional shakedowns with numerous state employees took place again Monday.
After the first death, as soon as they determined the cause of death, if it was an overdose, there should have been an immediate comprehensive investigation. So the fact that there's 3 over a 3-week period of time would suggest that either a substantial amount of contraband was introduced prior to the first death, or there is a continued pipeline into the facility with the subsequent deaths that occurred, if in fact they were drug overdose related.
Keith Turner is the current warden of Elayn Hunt. He took over the position earlier this year following a series of reports by the WAFB I-Team questioning inner workings at the prison tied to contracts with the former warden there. For the WAFB I-Team, I'm Chris Nakamoto. Greg, Liz.